Stream. Maps are looking sick. Thank you, thank you. I hope they are. So let me just get the YouTube stream rolling. Alright, so I'm slightly late there. Had some problems with there was an electrician supposed to be here to fix an outlet that's not working at 8 a.m. But they had to reschedule, and I'm slightly late starting the stream because of that, because I didn't know if I'd have electricity or not. But that's rescheduled for tomorrow, so that'll be a problem for tomorrow. Future Twist can deal with that. So we have Viper first versus FreakinAndy, then Miguel versus Goku. So we'll have the Brazilians next. Gao apparently had a health issue, so he's not going to be playing today, unfortunately. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We did have Viper versus Lewis, but that seemed... I don't know if that'll still happen or if it'll change. But I just got online and saw that stuff is changing. So we'll deal with it as it comes. So there we go. I'll announce that we're live. I can see my chat. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you're ready for some fun Age of Empires today. Go. See, this capture age still... Yes. Okay, I'm gonna make one more bug report to Bozzy. Capture age launches. It flashes a white screen very quickly. I can see it show up as I get flashed on my webcam flashes on stream. I started alt tabbing immediately after launching to avoid this, but would be nice if that very brief white screen didn't show up, or at least was the same background, the color as normal CA when the menu loads. Art. Hello, why don't you say hi? Hello, welcome to Rapture. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mr. East, I'll watch on YouTube. Well, welcome to YouTube. Hopefully we get a good high-quality stream on YouTube as well. So, Viper versus Andy today. Let me look around and see if we have some drafts. I think our base is probably handling that. Or maybe not. Maybe the drafts are just not anywhere. I don't know. The problem of being an admin and a streamer at the same time. Okay, I do see a map draft and a civ draft. Let me just message our base. You around to handle drafts, or want me to post them? Let's just see who's gonna end up posting them. We'll have the responsibility today. Good afternoon, how are we doing? We're doing okay today. I was saying earlier, I had an electrician who was supposed to be here this morning, but had to cancel, and apparently they had an emergency to deal with, so that's going to happen tomorrow. Are they still in Brazil? I believe the Onamaru boot camp has finished. I know Andy flew back to Europe. I believe Viper is back since I saw him streaming with his webcam in his apartment. But let me make this a bit darker. Where are we? Copy and paste this group. There we go. But presumably Dogao and Miguel and Goku are still in Brazil. BioShock's your second favorite game. I've never actually played BioShock. I probably should. It's one of those games that I would imagine was significant when it first came out, and I don't know how well it holds up. But then we can see, we can find out. Time for a variety stream. I have several games I want a variety stream. One day I need to do a Fallout New Vegas stream. It's been remastered. I want to play the original, though. I want to play the original. Originals are always better than the remaster. Especially for Age of Empires. I've played enough Age of Empires to prefer originals to remasters universally. Let's see, looks like the Onimaru players will be casting it too. Good, everyone's doing it. Everyone has the Onimaru logo on instead of the tournament logo. I'm using the tournament logo. So, okay, we did ask the players to play different maps. So we do have 3 different maps that we didn't see yesterday. Our Islands map, Fernando de Naranja, our Pilgrims map, Monte Pascal, and our Jungle map, Valle de Selva. And I'm sure I need to practice those pronunciations too, but I think they're a bit easier than some of them yesterday. We also have Amazonia and Pantanal as our 2 maps we saw yesterday. Yeah, the tournament logo does have Onimaru on it. I'm just saying everyone's stream looks the same because they all have the same logo. I have the tab open where I'm have all the AoE 2 streams up. Yeah, Danny's got the overlay set up. She's using the tournament logo properly. Go shout out Daniela for using the logo. So I got the bands set up properly. See, Arbase didn't say anything, so let me just go and post the caster announcements. And caster, the first show match today will be Viper versus FreakinAndy. Here are the drafts. Alright, posted. Hola, brutal amigos. Hello, DGN Pirate. How are you doing? Are you ready for some new maps? I want to see more Pantanal games. I think that was interesting yesterday. But we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Blue's saying he loves the beached whale. On Monte Pascal. I think we did a pretty good job of making the maps look pretty. Someone on my YouTube comments said Pantanal didn't really look, or maybe looked the least like the real location compared to the other maps. So if there are suggestions for improving it, I'm all open to them. Did I give the whale some food or just for visuals? Just for visuals, Rapture. I didn't give it some food. I didn't give it food. Someone was saying I should give it stone. I don't know if there's any reason for that, but these maps look very interesting and fun. I hope they prove to be that. The game so far have been pretty good, but it's also the early stage where people don't know the maps. I think the real question for maps comes from after we've played them quite a few times over and over. Are they still interesting? That's why stuff like Arabia, Arena, or Black Forest are interesting. Oh yeah, Rapture, while you're here, let me show you what I've been working on. Got my map scripting folder. And do like a display capture real quick. Yeah, so here, this is my my map scripting right now. I need to improve the colors a bit, but what I have is you hover over stuff, and you get all, like, help information. I helped Zetnus let me use bits of his guide. I converted it into help information, so I'm hoping to release this soon. Still some bugs I need to work out. And then there's also going to be autocomplete, so if I do, like, create... I need to, like, restrict it to be context focused, but create object with autocomplete, you get the help information with the autocomplete. And then you get a snippet for, oh, what's the object? Let's say maybe I want an archer. Boom, I hit tab and we're down here, set place for every player. Boom. Yeah, I haven't released this. I think I sent you the link to the VS Code mod, but I'm writing a language server. So I'm using Zed right now, but I'm gonna have this in Zed and VS Code. And once I work on it a bit more, hopefully I'll get it out before Red Bull, but I just got pulled into another last minute map project. Yeah. Alright, so the VS Code plugin right now is pretty good, but it also hasn't been edited for 8 years. And there are lots of things that have been added to the map scripting engine that weren't present back then, like the ability to assign a constant to another constant, or to use math expressions. And pretty much whenever I'm map scripting with the current VS Code plugin, I get like a squiggly red line for in every single one of my maps. So I'd like to script maps without those error messages popping up. So that's what I've been working on, and hope it's on my GitHub now if anyone wants to just download it and use it. But I'll hopefully release it pretty soon once I've gotten a bit more work done. So yeah, they're started, and let me just open up AoE2 spectator dashboard and join their game. So welcome in everyone to Pantanal. And I'm sure Viper will probably be yellow and Andy will probably be orange. Can we do yellow versus orange? Will people be able to see that? You opened one of my scripts with the old plugin and did see all the red? Yep. Alright, hold on, let me swap the overlay and get the civs. This is Spanish against, Muisca. So, should we leave the players with their colors? Orange versus yellow. Will anyone be able to see this? I'm guessing no, right? I'm guessing that this is just a big no. We can't see it. Didn't know I code? I do.
See? Servidor.
So what are we doing for colors, chat? Are we okay with this? I mean, I'm okay with this.
Sure.
I know not everyone will be. I know when I play games with Ornlu, he's colorblind. He likes picking the gray color because he can see it. Red, yellow, or blue, yellow. What do we want for Andy then? Red or blue? Let's make him, we could make him green and do green and yellow. We could do Brazil colors. That'd probably be even worse in terms of visibility. Oh, I should have done that for the map thumbnails. Made them all green and yellow. Maybe players wouldn't be able to see it though. Red and blue. All right, let's just put Andy in red and then Viper in blue. Will be nice and boring today. Let me just set this up on my overlay then. Andy in red, Viper in blue. Yeah, it won't be distinguishable when they come together. So here we have Viper in the blue, both up to feudal age. It is a land nomad start, and both of them did a mill on the outside and a mining camp. But when I say that, I mean settlement. Settlement for Viper on the outside. We'll be taking the papaya trees, and has the settlement that serves as a drop-off point for everything right on the wood line. So he'll have wood, he'll have food, and he'll also be off to a good start. Now, Andy, as the Spanish, well, we all know how good the Spanish are on Nomad. Both players also did a TC in the middle, and they went to the same side. Andy also did another mining camp on the gold. Doesn't have a lumber camp, so we'll use the TC as the lumber camp. The Dark Age buildings are mostly yellow-orangish. Yeah. My dream is that one day we'd have the ability to integrate AoE2 with Twitch, so every viewer could individually pick them out. That'd be great. So market and blacksmith for Viper. Can villagers garrison in settlements for all the civs? It's just the civ bonus. Just which civ has that? Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. It's not the Musica. Their bonus is Now, gold source is 15% longer, so kind of a Maya bonus as a team bonus. Settlements are cheaper and heal nearby units. So their settlements are cheaper, and advancing to the next stage is less gold. So only 100 gold to go up. So pretty much a good fast castle civ. If you want to go that route, one settlement on the outside. The settlement, I believe, unlocks the market, just like a mill would. They should have facilitated housing. That's the Inca bonus, right? That's the Inca bonus. Or every settlement is 5 pop space, and the Inca get an extra 5 on top of that. So kind of everything you want in one building. It's an all-in-one building. Now, I don't know if I've even seen a game with the Muisca played. I hope I'm saying that correctly, the Muisca. I don't think I've seen it. The Tupi can garrison... Okay, it's the Tupi who can garrison the settlements, right? Tupi have that. The Costco of AoE. Is that an American thing, the Costco, or do other countries have Costcos too? My father used to absolutely love going to the Costco. he would always get his gas there because he felt it was cheaper. I don't think it actually was, but he was into the brand. What happened to Dogao? He was apparently sick today, had some type of health issue. I don't know, other than Nego posted in the Discord that he had a health issue. So I don't know anything else other than that. Thankfully, Viper just stepped into play for us here. TW, Taiwan has Costco? Oh, really? Other countries have it, but they're much more targeted at small businesses and more exclusive. Okay. So, all right, let's go. Monk Rush time from the Viper. He's going to clown a bit here. Double monasteries. Now, this is a monk civ that they regain faith 50% faster. And thank you, HS Mammoet, for the follow. So they regain their faith faster. And Andy has to be careful here that this TC is in prime monk vulnerability territory. But how do you stop a monk rush? You drop a castle right on its face. Ooh, the only thing I would have preferred from Andy was if he had seen that second monastery and put the castle right here. You drop a castle on the 2 monasteries and then, wait a minute, no. These things, they don't have monks, they have temple guards. The Civ has temple guards. What? I don't even know what this unit does. It's like a warrior priest, I guess. It attacks. It's like a pikeman. It has bonus against cav. All right, so Viper going for temple guards. FreakinAndy going for missionaries. Let's go. He'll be going for Conk and Donk. Sanctity and now monks for Viper. I think Andy's won this. Spanish on Nomad. I'm going to prefer that. Yeah, no land Nomad start. Part of me really thinks the map would be better if we had players do the lumber camp first. I'm gonna die on that hill. Land nomad, full land nomad with a lumber camp. It's 9 vills, so you get the wood fast. I think that would be better. It's the Camo Monk. Alright, so we got the donkeys for Andy. And a conquistador. Well, conquistadors, I would say they're vulnerable to monks, but with the monastery already for Andy, he could very easily do devotion. And when he does devotion, that'll help the conks. This is my crusade. Devotion should be a stable tech that applies only to stable units, not to unique units, not to mangonels. Monks should still have a good role in defending against them. But missionaries, they can pick up relics now. Now that's pretty crazy. And a monk... Oh yeah, they have the female monks. They make different sounds. Let's see, atonement on the way for Viper. He's gonna try to convert a villager first, and you regain the faith so quickly you can convert and then wait for atonement, then convert something else. Up. And he's gonna convert the vill back, force the delete. Oh no, actually he gets it. Viper doesn't delete. Okay, Viper just eats the conversion there. I actually wonder if it would be better now. You have a bit of time to figure out a good TC location rather than just slapping it down immediately. Yeah, I agree. That's why I like it. You get to scout a bit. Figure out your TC location while the vills are chopping wood. And with the 9 vills start, I mean, you gotta have a lot of vills chopping wood anyway. I will give that question to the players. I don't think they'll like the idea, but I like the idea. If this were the T-West tournament instead of just the Onamaru, I'd totally do it. Cartographers 3, we're gonna have a land nomad start. And okay, TC.
See?
Not going up for Andy. The temple guards are there. He will run to the safety of a conquistador. Wait, these things have 100 hit points? What? That is insane. The Vietnamese fire lancers don't even have that much until they're elite. And then they get healed by monks? What the heck? Alright, I haven't played this game in a while. I need to see what all the new units are. Very strong and expensive. Okay, well, conks will run away from the monks.
Monte.
This will be a third TC now for Viper, and he is looking to boom and boom away. Any more? Let's see, a Vil deleted there from Viper. Not going to feed one to Andy, but Viper does get a conk immediately picked off. So Andy on 2 TCs. And here I was thinking that castle just wins the game for Andy. But no, apparently not. Apparently the temple guards are just that strong. Viper going for a third TC? Oh, maybe he had the foundation there? I thought he had a third already. Maybe I'm just going blind looking at the minimap. And now the conks are right in the back of Viper's eco. That TC will be denied. How else would they guard the temple without 100 hit points? Maybe like 99 hit points? Maybe like 60 hit points? Same as a longsword? Alright, so Viper is looking for conversions here, and he is getting them. Andy running as many Vils as he can. Now, it would be good if Andy had 4 or 5 conks right here. You let the Vils get converted, the monks waste their monk juice, and then you kill the monks with the conquistadors. Over here, conks attacking the TC. And there we go, Viper going for his 4th TC. Maybe the problem for Viper is he doesn't have any siege towers to deal with the missionaries. So I have no idea what's going on in this game. We got monks and temple guards from Viper. We got conquistadors and missionaries from Andy. We'll have another TC over to the west for Viper. Yeah, like 1.5 longswordsmen in a trench coat, but you don't have to pay to upgrade them. So atonement, will Viper get a missionary? Will Viper get a missionary? He's got monks all over. He does get it. He uses the monk juice from all the monks at once, but that's okay. They were charged so quickly. We'll get the monk juice back. Does this civ have illumination? Oh, they do have illumination. 100% faster after a successful conversion. So you can stack that atop the 50% faster regen. And oh gosh, they're going to get their faith back really quickly. What else is their monk tech tree? Oh, they have the full monk tech tree. Oh, that is crazy. And then their gold lasts longer, so they can make monks forever. And then the settlements heal too. It's like you can... Yeah, I mean, you don't even need that because you have all the monks. And then you have a cheaper castle age, so you can get to the monks fast. Okay, converted missionaries, but Andy picks them off. Yeah, the best of the new civs by default. Finally, they made a monk civ. There's Inquisition. Inquisition for Andy. I think, okay, he is devoted. He needs to get Heresy. Heresy is going to be the most important tech here. Both players devoted. Both of them have access to Heresy. This will be... Heresy comes in, and then does Andy have enough conks that he can tank conversions and get a good fight with Heresy? I think that's what it'll come down to. Is Imp important, though? Do you prefer Heresy or Imp? The good thing about Imp is you can do Trebs defended by a castle. But the boom is so spread out, I don't know if the Trebs help enough. Yeah, perfect for a pacifist campaign, you're right. Oh, this is where... Oh, okay, 2 conversions. Viper, let the charge on the conk. Oh, Andy, don't like that micro there. The monk was still converting and you moved the conks too close. You cannot let charge conversions hit the conks. That's how you lose conks. So Andy will go for another castle. Okay. That'll be on Viper's TC. Viper will delete some farms. Andy, yeah, he knows of the other TC. And Viper will convert a Vil. Andy might even want to think about fletching now so the castle has more range. Viper will do his own castle. He's up by 14 Vils. Has about 1.5k more resources collected. Did we finally find a save that can deal with Spanish on Nomad? Missionary converted by the monks. And those conchs have a triangle on top all of their heads. On top of all of their heads. Yeah, see, a few more vills going down for Andy. Viper's opened a huge vill lead. Andy's starting to get a couple of monks. I wonder if the monk keeps its monk juice bonus after it's converted. Or I wonder if the bug still exists. So if you have a monk and you convert it, and then you pick up or drop a relic, it swaps civilizations and is replaced with your own monk. I wonder if that still works for these monks. Or still is broken for them. I guess the bug doesn't really work. So now we're gonna have and this is where I'll need help pronouncing it, the Guecha Warrior. This is where I've been scripting maps for so long recently that I haven't had time to actually look at all the new units. So this thing seems like a unique unit. And looking at the stats, it looks worse than the Temple Guard. I guess it's a ranged unit. So what's the range? Does it have range? Oh, yeah, 4 range. Minimum range 3. I guess that's why the stats are so much worse. This guy looks crazy. He's whacking that mill. Yeah, you spam 4 monks on a conversion and you don't care that much. That's how you get the big targets such as the mangonels. The important ones. Or how you can risk the charged conversion a bit longer. Kind of a skirm unit, epic against elephants. Okay. Well, Andy won't have any elephants, as much as we'd love that for this game. Maybe every civ should get elephants. Alright, how do they do against the conchs? They die to the conchs, at least. Looks like they did a good bit of damage. They killed 1 conch.
Sure. Presto. Ongo.
And okay, Viper not having his unit microed properly. That's where if you have non-monk units, whenever you move them, stand ground patrol so that they don't forget to attack. But it doesn't work with the monks and the missionaries. Oh my gosh, look at the FPS on that TC destruction animation. That felt much smoother than all the other ones. Maybe a bit too smooth. Oh, okay, that guy seems to be doing some damage to the conchs now. Okay, he goes down. I want to see another one of these TCs be destroyed. Alright, so Andy doing some more raids. He's now 60 to 90 villagers. Viper ahead. But does Viper actually have any map control with his villagers? He's been booming on these TCs, but Andy still has conchs out. It's 19 military to 3. Viper has lost all the monks he had earlier. Sanctity for Andy. Andy has no economy, but if you're going monks, then you don't really need an economy. Conch and Donk can be get done without eco. And now he has some converted monks. Attacking 1 TC with a mangonel, a 2nd TC with a pair of mangonels, a triple of mangonels even. But Viper might stop that with his own mangonel, gets 1, Andy's not noticing. He's microing elsewhere, 2nd mangonel destroyed, and oh, Viper, I wanted to see the TC destruction animation again. But Andy must have been microing his monks or his conchs over in the quarter, trying to group up with more conquistadors. Town watch for him. And Viper's castle does indeed go up. Doesn't really protect much, but does give him more gold access. Mangonel attacking the town center. And a conversion on a villager. With leather archer armor now. For Andy, that'll help the conchs. He's got 3 relics. Those missionaries grabbing relics is great for him. Added archer armor for the Viper. Need the NBL Valulu clip. not very good missionaries, or they're going out and getting converted. I guess that's true for any monk too. Not very good temple guards. They're not guarding the temple if they get converted. But 3 mangonels have now shifted to this next TC, as Andy will do another TC of his own in the middle. So he's brought it from 30 vils to 20 vils of a difference. But he's still down. Viper still has almost 5,000 more resources collected, as Andy's besieging this TC. Viper doesn't really have a way to push the castle in the Castle Age, but then neither does Andy. Ram push probably isn't going to work with Redemption monks. And another push down here, that unique unit, the Guetra Warrior, attacking Andy's eco. He'll add a tower up on the side to try to prevent that. Conks attacking the TC. Viper will probably try to get a bit of repair in. While he's doing that, the Conks will snipe Vils. I'll try to hop in and out, but the TC has lost its HP. The Conks will now go for the Vils. Ram coming to finish off the buildings for Andy, and the TC collapses as the Mangonels are fighting the Vils. Vils trying to chase the monks. Mangonels getting kills. Conks getting kills. It's a massacre, and now it's only a 15 Vil difference. Oh, wait, what? Less than a 10 Vil difference. Viper losing Vils. Andy getting denied from a second workshop in the middle, but he's doing more Mangonels. Viper still trying to raid in the south. Andy being taken off of stone. That's a great tower for helping to defend himself, but still dealing with the raids. Viper's gotten up now to his unique units. He has 28 of them, and now the game comes down to, is this unit good? Can it deal with mangonels? They do 2 more damage to Conks and might take 1 more hit over what an elite skirm does. Seems reasonable for a unique unit. Okay, so it's a bit better of an elite skirm. And okay, somehow it didn't die to the mangonels there. Okay, now they're dying to mangonels. There they go, repairs for Andy, and Viper loses some units there. So Andy now down by only 5 Vils, took another fight with the Conks in the south while it was going on. He has a Knight! That's a unit. And he'll be attacking Viper's Vils in the south. Viper still with the TC in the east. His eco's still booming there, but Andy is down by only 8 Vils, and he still has Conks set. He's got 8 Conks. If he'd ever get quite a few more, maybe he could just dive. I don't know how Conks will work against this unit. It does seem like they should do damage, +2 attack against cav archers, +3 against normal archers. Are Conks both? Yes, they are. So that's +5 damage against Conks. And they seem pretty speedy, 1.15 speed, so they can raid villagers. Oh, interesting. When I hover over the speed, my mouse cursor changes to a normal mouse cursor, instead of the capture age, like in-game cursor. That's weird. Do you see that on this stream? Yeah, you do. So someone clipped that for me. I'll send a bug report in. So Conk's picking off more Vils. Andy now actually has a Vil lead. We've had a big Conk raid over here on the farms. Stuff's going on everywhere on the map. We've have a ram push on the castles. Viper's lost another TC. He's defending with a Mangonel, but he's still up by over 5,000 resources collected, and that's letting him go up to Imp. Yeah, will Imp be enough for Viper? Well, he will get double castle treb production and be able to treb down Andy's first castle. Will Andy have enough army to stop Viper from getting to the second castle? Probably not, when the army is Conks that'll die to this Imperial Age unique unit that I believe, let's see, it doesn't have much range, so that hurts it, but it will get another range from Bracer. They're doing a mighty fine job of picking off Conquistadors. Andy doing another TC. I think Conks are too strong. I mean, this should be a unique unit that counters Conks, though. And Viper should have the castles to produce it. See, Andy's just going to turn and fight, or maybe he's just not microing because he's trying to micro his Mangonels. His Mangonels against the Skirmisher unique unit. Viper is splitting left and right. Some Conks coming down from Andy, but he's losing the Mangonels, and on the other side, he's taking a fight but losing Conks. I don't think that was a good fight for him, even though he killed some of the unique units. And Andy loses all of his Mangonels. He's up by 1k score. And the missionaries, the monks, trying to get conversions, they seem more effective than the Conks are. And they get a few conversions, but Viper closing in on Imp. Where is the Imp TC? This is his only TC. Viper down to 1 TC. Now he's down by 20 Vils. This game has been absolutely crazy. And you have to remember, all the gold is in the middle, so Viper is about to run out of gold. This gold tile here, only 1k gold left there, and Trebs are 200 gold each. So that's 5 Trebs worth of gold left there. Viper has 1 Treb queued already. And of course he'll need more than just Trebs. And he's doing a market on the side. He lost his initial market. He'll need another market. But he will use the fact that he gets guilds for free. And he'll have better buying and selling prices at the market. He can use the market for gold. Mangonels. Ooh, Andy takes the worst of that trade there. And Bowsaw on the way for Andy. And conscription for the Viper at the castle. Trebs are popping. Second Treb on the way. Now, these castles will defend the Trebs against the first castle. I don't think there's any way Andy snipes that. But the second castle's farther back. And a bit safer. So Andy up by 20 vills now. So that has been a 50 villager swing. Viper was up by 30. Andy up by 20 now. Viper has that market and a vill on the outside. Still has his eco in the corner, but he's mined most of the stone on this side of the map. Actually didn't touch that one at all. I thought those were corpses saying, oh, vills were raided, but no. Andy, he's up to Imp. Viper, he's doing Elite Gretcha Warrior. And I have no idea what that upgrade will do. If it gives them more range, that would be crazy. He also needs to get Bracer somehow. If they get to 7 range, then they'd become really scary. Yeah, so there goes the Vill lead. The mighty Vill lead. And Kong's picking off the Gretcha Warriors here. This is, okay, they are elite, and they do have more range now, 4 plus 2. So, okay, yeah, they get to 7 range, and they get scary. Do they heal? Oh, are they healing because they're near a settlement? Oh, that is crazy. How far away does that heal? What the heck? Oh, they heal when one dies. That's it. They heal when one dies. Right. The thing on that they carry is supposed to be like a mummy on their back. And when they die, they heal because of that. That's right. That's the healing one. Okay, another TC for Andy, but Viper had TC'd here earlier. Andy could steal those farms, but Andy's looking mostly for the stone, has some hunt on that TC. Andy with a tower on his stone in the corner. And that's Imp and Chain Barding Armor on the way for Andy. So Chain Barding Armor might indicate he's going to make a swap to Knights. Maybe a swap to Light Cav. He still does have most of the gold access on the map, and you'll get a good Mangonel shot. Oh, that one will heal, but not enough. How many gimmicks does the new DLC civs have? Everything. There's Bracer. There's Bracer now. So Andy, he did lose the second castle to the Treb. He's losing a TC. Still has a score lead, but Viper's pushing. We have Cavalier on the way. Does he have the gold for Cavaliers? Well, if he Mangonel shots these things, then yes, he does. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on. Mangonel still attacking the TC on the right. And the relics are gone. The relics are gone for Andy. The Viper is closing in on score now. Viper's closing in on score. Will the Cavaliers be enough for Andy? He's up to Imp. Will this matter for him? Will it matter? And here we have a Temple Guard attacking some villagers. Andy not noticing. He's got so much going on trying to Mangonel this TC, but Viper's repairing. That TC will stay up. And now here come the Cavaliers. And they should counter this unit. Only 50 hit points, and the attack bonus it has is against archers and cav archers. Even as they heal as they die, it won't be enough. And the Cavaliers will clean them up. Now, a few Trebs fallen back, as more monks want to go for conversions on the Cavaliers. Yeah, and then Cav should crush a unit with min range. Wait, what is the min range on them? Let me check the stats. It has 4 range. It doesn't have min range, right? I don't see a min range on it. But it only has 7 range. Don't think it would counter the Britain longbows all that well, but maybe I'm mistaken about that with the healing. Temple Guards should counter the Cav, though. They now have +3 against Cav and just 12 attack in total, so that's a pretty hefty attack. Minimum range of 1? Really? Capture rate isn't showing that. Oh, minimum range of 1. On the attack it shows it, not on the range. Oh, okay, I was just blinded, didn't see it. Okay. Oh, just completely blinded, didn't see there. Minimum range of 1. Alright. You know, someone said 3 minimum range, I think. And then my mind was looking for a 3, and the 1 didn't register. Reading's hard, chat. So, Cavaliers go down, Ram goes down to some Vills. Who picked the maps for it? I made 9 of the maps, and we just reused Coast Arena, and then I edited Terrace to make another map from it. So this year is a brand new map that I made, and so far the games have been good on it. I'm wondering if we need some gold on the outside, like maybe 1 or 2 tiles here and there, but doesn't seem to be an issue for players finding spot on the middle. The middle's large enough that players are not completely denied. So just, we'll see some matches on it and get some feedback and decide if we need changes or not. So 2 trebs for Viper. Andy moving around with the Cavaliers to pick them off. Resources collected are now just about even, 4.75 to 4.76. Viper loses 2 of his trebs. Looking at relics now, it's 2-1 in favor of Viper, but the missionaries are able to pick up relics still. And we see more mangonels, but the temple guards are trying to deal with them. Andy's still being raided. He's being raided everywhere. We'll have another TC up on the top left for Andy. And Viper's eco on the right, still strong, but he still has only 1 TC and doesn't have the stone for another. Would need to buy stone with that guild's bonus he has. And now the Cavaliers look like they're chasing down the rest of Viper's army here. The elite Grecha warriors. And give me advice on pronouncing Grecha. That is not rolling off the tongue smoothly yet. Temple guards seem like a decent raiding unit with 100 HP, yeah. Especially if your opponent doesn't have all the attack upgrades, as Andy's just now doing Bracer. Will he do chemistry? He doesn't have chemistry yet either. And in the south, there's a raid, more temple guards. Going for the tower, actually. Do they have an attack bonus against buildings? No, they do not. Would they benefit from arson? Well, it doesn't matter because Viper doesn't have arson. Alright, the new Civ does not have arson. More of his units being cleaned up, and feels like Andy now with the Cavalier is taking a distinct military advantage. He is doing chemistry, and something tells me the Spanish benefit more from chemistry than do the Muisca, as they will have access to gunpowder units now, beyond the Conquistador. And, oh, what's in there? Temple guards. Oh, wait, can temple guards be trained from the monastery and from the barracks? What were they doing in the barracks? Does this Civ get halbs? They get pikemen, no halbs. Yes, from both, okay. Oh my gosh. The days of Shravamshriders having 1 gimmick are over. Now units have multiple gimmicks. This is crazy. Andy's still raiding with the Cavaliers. And Andy's saying, you know what? I got Spanish vills. I'll attack the barracks. He doesn't have Supremacy or Sappers, but he's attacking it nevertheless. Didn't buy the DLC. Well, I have a key for the DLC. I kind of need to have the DLCs to do map design at this point, but I'm still really not a fan of the gimmicky design of everything. So Cavaliers killing Vills. A skirmisher that's also an arbalest? I guess that's one way of looking at him. So Andy doing another castle. And I'm doing my best to snooze the ads on Twitch. I got one more snooze in like 5 minutes. So hopefully the game ends before the ads start. So Cavaliers attacking Vills. Vills going down. Temple guards defending for Viper. It feels like Viper had come so close in getting the scores evened, but Andy managed to pull ahead. And now Andy's up 119 to 65 Vills. Their attack speed increases, so on buildings they attack crazy fast after a couple of hits. Oh my gosh. Wait, they have even more gimmicks? They're made from the monastery and from the barracks. They're a non-monk unit from the monastery. They have attack bonuses versus Cav, and they attack faster as they attack? So they destroy buildings then, okay. Yeah, I hope they can't pick up relics. Can they pick up relics? A barracks unit that could pick up relics sounds crazy, so I'm gonna think no. That's sane T-West saying no. No, okay. They're not a monk. They only guard the temple. They don't deliver relics to the temple. So military count, Viper's gotten up to 25 temple guards now. What's his infantry tech tree look like? He does not have the swordsman line, right? Does he have? He would have elite champion warrior though. But he's just going for the temple guard as a counter to the cavalier. And he's losing his eco though, so I can't imagine Viper coming back to win at this point. And neither can Viper, as he calls the GG. And congrats to Viper for winning congrats to Andy for winning an absolutely crazy game, as Viper calls the GG. I don't know what just happened, but that was great. Congrats to Viper for calling the GG. There we go. That works, right? I said his name because it appeared in the chat. So that's 221 to 196 KD for FreakinAndy. We have 5,000 more res collected for Andy, who was behind in res collected for a while. And I don't know how that worked out, but that was crazy. Andy's Civ imp happened so weak. Maybe that's true. All right. So Twitch really wants me to play an ad, so apologies. And again, you can watch on YouTube and not have the ads between the games. So we will have Civs or maps first. That was a win for Andy, who I need to swap my scoreboard around. Sorry about that. I had him on the wrong side. Sorry about that. Win there for Andy on Pantanal. And that was a win for the Spanish against the Muisca. So we're still at the point where we haven't really figured out the maps. So whatever happens, I don't know if there's going to be a meta that develops quickly. No cannon, ram, halb, or camel. That is pretty weak. And again, thank you all very much for tuning in. This is part of the... this is one of our show matches leading up to the Brazil Dynasty, or the Brazilian Dynasty LAN that'll take place this July in Sao Paulo. And there will be a qualifier starting in April, right after Red Bull. And there'll be 2 weeks of an international qualifier. 5 players qualify each week. And then Monday and Tuesday, April 20th and 21st, there will be a Latin American qualifier where 1 player will round out the field. Hera was just invited. And there'll be 11 more players qualifying. How to lose a winnable game, ask Viper. I don't know why my YouTube chat isn't updating in OBS. Pay me a pizza here in Brazil. Let's see, if I type in the chat, does it show up on YouTube? It does. There we go. I need to type in the chat to update it. I fear I'll need to do some programming myself to read directly from YouTube's API to get the chat. It's okay, it's just YouTube. No, Grumpy Pirate. This isn't T90's stream. YouTube here, they don't smell like T90's YouTube does. So, alright, looks like they are in-game. Failed to download match content. Everyone get a good thanks DE in the chat. Failed to download match content. Let's see. Viper will be the Portuguese, and Andy will be the Vietnamese. So yesterday we saw... Failed to download match content. Did they, like, restart somehow? Let me restart DE. I can't spectate the game. Draft is really cool. Love the background. Thank you. I do want to update the background at some point. It would be really cool if I could get like background clips specifically from each tournament as I'm casting it, but I don't quite have the time to put that together. But thankfully, the Terra Nova duos a couple years ago had a really fun map pool with lots of creative stuff, so I've been able to just reuse the same background for a while. Thanks D. I mean, Thanks DE was originally Thanks HD. I mean, I think that started in the Resonance 22 streams back in 2013 or so. Morphed into Thanks DE. Okay, DE is not launching. There we go. Okay, second time's the charm for joining the game. Failed to download match content. How am I failing to download the match content? Is anyone else having this problem? I cannot get into the game, Danny. I cannot. Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. So are the players in... Oh, the players are not in a voice channel. Can't admin contact them. Thanks, Nilly. I wonder, am I subscribed to the map mod? I am. What if I unsub from the map mod? And then join. Failed to download. Okay, that didn't work. Are they? They're streaming now, so we can check whether they're in a game or not. Alright, let me just message them. Everything's good on their end. After map bug. This shouldn't be a map bug. There's DE just doesn't transfer to specs somehow. I don't know what this is. Let me message Viper. Oh wait. I opened his Discord instead of Viper personally. And let me also message Andy. See if I can get them to pause. How much is it? It depends on how well you want it to work, honestly. Depends on how well you want it to work. So I messaged both of them and asked them if they could pause. I don't know if they'll see that while they're playing. Okay, Nago's in their chat asking them to pause. We should have enforced the players need to be in a voice channel rule for the show match. I mean, if they don't see a message, then I just like alt tab to their stream and cast their point of view, I guess. But we'd prefer not to have to do that. They might not be reading their chat. Let me just see if I can join again. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Because we spectated the map yesterday just fine, and there haven't been any changes to it. This just feels like a DE bug. I should be able to honk really loudly at them. Alright, so what I will do, I will just open Viper's point of view. I'll just stream Viper's point of view. Let me, let's see, do I have a display capture here? What's a good scene where I won't have any, like, background stuff there? We'll just look at Viper's point of view. Alright, we can watch the Viper. I don't know if we want sound, but we can look at his point of view. And we can see that Andy's drushing his barracks. Yeah. Next game, we'll just ask them to join the voice channels for the show match. Or maybe we'll just cast the rec at the end. So Viper stealing some capybaras, but losing his scout. And those men-at-arms from Andy attacking the barracks. Yeah, this is where we test that players properly are not reading their chat while they're playing and taking this seriously. Oh, he paused. We did it, chat. We did it. We got him to pause. All right. Yeah, so it looks like they both paused. How far are they into the game? They're 8 minutes in. Seems like I didn't enable spec. Let's restore. I think spec was enabled just a debug, not transferring the file. If you can save plus restore, let's see if we can cast the restore. Okay, I'll message Andy. All right, they've paused while reading the chat scandal. Well, we don't really care too much for this one, but we would like to be able to spectate the games at least. Yeah, if they save and restore, we'll see if we can hop into it. Hopefully it works. Oh, I closed my DE. Yeah, it does look like it was spectatable, because I could join the spectate. It's just a DE bug. Thanks, DE. Thanks, DE. I still can't fail to download match content. What the heck? I'm aware Viper's streaming. Still can't watch it. Well. I have no idea what this bug is. DE just doesn't want us to watch the game. Did I cast in German? I do speak a bit of German, but I've never streamed in German. Yeah, AoE 2, the beta edition, really. So, yeah, I don't know what else we do. I think we just gotta do the Viper point of view casting then. And for the next match, we'll just ask the players to join the voice channels and have them restart earlier. In case this happens again. Yeah, this is just a show match, so we're not doing the full like tournament rules and everything with spec delay, but it would still be nice to cast. So anyway, Viper, this is a map where both players start on an island, and they do have some bridges to both sides, and some oysters on the front. So far, I've seen players front docking. I don't know if that's going to be the meta, or if players are going to pick to back dock and have a safe fish boom. Part of me thinks the safe fish boom is the way to go. But at least when I played the map, I front docked. You don't have any gold on your starting island, so the oysters at the front, by virtue of having the dock there, give you access to gold. Ask Daniela to cast. She's lovely. She is lovely. I'm sure we'll co-cast at some point during the event. Oh, Viper saved the archer from those Kaimen by killing it. I look handsome all of a sudden. Lost some hair, I guess. Are they better value now since they can gather gold and also garrison? Well, you also need to invest into fishing lines and gill nets because they gather more slowly now by default. So I genuinely don't know. I think that I know I personally am not a fan of being able to garrison in docks. I think that makes it hard to come back on water because you can't counterattack and do damage when your opponent simply garrisons. Oh, get the kill. No, Viper, don't kill that. Let the Kaiman kill it. Now you gotta kill all them yourself, Viper. What is that micro? So Viper's going for a forward Vil, going for a back dock. This is what I want to see. Can you back dock, hit your opponent's wood line, and do some damage? You know, if you know they're not fish booming in the back, then they're not going to see your dock. I don't know what the Kaiman animal is. I know someone on my YouTube channel was saying that they're all over the Pantanal. I don't think I can add them to a nomad map, though. And yeah, there's the garrison in the dock from Andy, as we'll have some hulks. You don't want that on Nomad? No game. I know there's no game sound. There's actually no game. We're just spectating Viper's point of view because whatever DE's up to, it's not actually letting us spectate. So I feel it's probably better not to have Viper and me both talking over each other when he doesn't know I'm talking. So we'll just... We're making the best of what we can do. Oh, he's going for the transport ship. Yeah, imagine losing a Vil to Gaia on a Nomad start. In Age of Empires 1, Nomad was actually an age selection instead of a map. So instead of starting in Stone Age, you could start on the Nomad Age, which would start you with one single villager. And there were still lions on the maps, so if you tried to walk around and look for a TC spot, you might run into a lion. Good old AoE 1. Oh wait, Viper's not landing the island? He's going to the opposite side? Oh, okay, he's trying to be extra sneaky, and there he is. There he is on the gold from Andy. Andy realizes and he'll run away. Viper will try to pick the Vils, as many as he can. I'll look at him splitting the archers up into separate groups. Vil's going down. And Andy will bring his archers over. Viper will just leave. He'll hop on the boat. He'll hop back on his transport. There he goes, like you're playing Joan of Arc 1 and fleeing the Burgundians. And then he'll transport back over. Let's go. Let's go. And he can hit the wood line now. He's up to the castle age. He's got Bodkin. He's doing another TC. So Andy not on that wood line. The Viper will just sit there for a moment, force Andy to move his crossbows over. Transport half health. Well, he will dare to do it again. Andy's still feudal. Loved AoE1 time setting and everything. I honestly love going back and playing the campaigns of Age 1, just the original campaigns. They were like little puzzles you had to solve. They were like kind of insane how difficult they were. Some of them. They really forced you to think about what you were doing. Okay, Viper using the transport ship like it were a siege tower. Andy will just destroy it and get the dock up. Andy's still in the back of Viper's base, but not much he's accomplishing there as Viper's starting to boom. As Viper's trying to take out the archers and go back to the gold, and he's going to pick Vils, and there's the GG from Andy as he doesn't want to deal with that. Why are we watching from Viper's point of view? Because DE is broken and we can't spectate. That is why. That is why we're watching from Viper's point of view. So that's 1-1 Viper. That's okay. We saw the map yesterday at least, but 1-1 Viper tying it up. Oh, and Jordan, thank you very much for the raid. I don't know if you were in the same situation as we were, unable to spectate. I just watched Viper's point of view. And let me just say, can you join a voice channel in case that happens again so we can contact you, please? And I've just messaged both of them if they can join a voice channel. So thank you very much, Jordan, for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. And hello, Serquay. Okay, my mind's not thinking up a way to say your name, but thank you for the follow. Serquay, maybe that. Thank you very much for the follow. I do speak a decent bit of German, so when Jordan raids me, and my mind's like, yes, I might be able to pronounce the names of people, but not always. And Ingi Binji, thank you for the follow. Yeah, So Viper 1, Amazonia. We saw the transport stuff he was able to do, so that was Portuguese over Vietnamese. Do I speak any other languages? I speak a decent bit of German. I lived in Berlin for a couple months years ago. And it'll be Monte Pascal for the next map. I'm just going to play a quick ad at the start, so hopefully we don't have ads during the game. And then we'll load in. There we go. It'll be Woo for Viper and Dravidians for Andy. And hopefully this one loads, fingers crossed. Fluent in villager sounds? Not quite. Why is DE not open? Hello, DE. Did you crash? Maybe I just didn't have it open. So apologies for the game not working in the previous game. I don't know what that was. Well, let's see if it works now. And can I load in? Failed to download match content again. Okay, and I can't join this one either. This is crazy. Why can I not join? DE, what are you doing? Why can I not join? Let me close Capture Age and restart the game one more time. We might need to go back to their point of view again. YouTube. Yeah, I had a couple of dropped frames right there. Is everything okay on the stream? Maybe they restart the game. I tried messaging them. I don't know if they saw it. Yeah, trust me, I've been restarting my game several times. Yeah. Maybe they need to restart or swap hosts before the next game. Let me try one more time. I failed to download. I can't reboot my PC in the middle of a stream, unfortunately. that would be the next thing to try. So I think we'll just maybe go to the point of view stream. I take it, are the other streamers also having trouble with this? I'm looking at Danny and she's looking at Andy's point of view. So yeah, same thing. We'll try to figure that out between the games, I guess. I don't know what exactly is happening there, but let me just open up Viper's stream again. And we'll just watch his point of view again. Had a little lag, but it's fine now. All right. Yep. So this is Monte Pascal, and you can see the wonderful beached well we have there. This is essentially a pilgrim start. Pilgrim, you start on an island with a transport ship. And I think the meta will be to build the TC on the island, but I'm not entirely sure about that. You don't have all that much wood on the island. And ideally, both would be viable. But there's no gold on the island, but in the corner on the right, there is usually a couple of whales. I might need to make that a bit more consistent with the number of whales, but there will be whales in the right corner. And the map does rotate on all four directions. And the very west of the map, there's a mountain, and it's like Gold Rush. It's like Gold Rush, but in a corner in some ways. And then it's also kind of like Stranded, where you have to transport and get to the shoreline. And then it's also like Pilgrims. And then it's also kind of like Seychelles with all the little islands with stone on them. Wonder if it's a global thing for every match or just the two of them. Yeah. I don't know. Did they swap hosts between the first two games? Same bug, my goodness. Is that a beached whale? It is a beached whale. Ornlu. Hello, Ornlu. Viper with Loom at 90%. Voobly Pro and Viper's chat saying these maps are great. All right. Well, I don't know what to do here. I mean, the only thing I could suggest is both of them have to restart their games. As it's just straight up failed to download match content. Yeah, let me just spectate a random ranked game. Gotta find one that's... Yeah, I can spectate a random ranked game. Seems to be just them. Okay, some random people on Glade, I can spectate you. Is this like a UGC thing? Can I spectate Test Co-op El Dorado 2 co-op scenario? Failed to download match content. What about Rage Forest? Failed to download match content. Okay, I'm getting failed to download match content on any like UGC thing. That there's no way that's a map issue, no. This seems like a DE issue. I have no idea how we spectated the first game, but hold on, let me message some people. Yeah, I can't seem to spectate any custom maps at the moment. Rage Forest isn't working either. So let me message Ashley and Turkman. Hey, we seem to be having a problem trying to cast a tomorrow Showmatch. I can't see, no one can see the games, and it seems like any custom maps aren't transferring. I can't cast RF either. So I will message several people and try to get them to look into that. You can't spectate Rage Forest either? Okay, yeah, it seems like there's... Because they did have server maintenance yesterday. It seems like whatever server it needs to transfer the games isn't working. If we can't get this... Yeah, let me message Nilly about this. Hey, can we get... can I... Okay, so I'll message Turkman, Nilly, and Ashley all about this. Alright, so if this doesn't work, I guess what we do is maybe the two of them continue. I don't know if Goku and Miguel are Rex, but then maybe we can cast the Rex anyway. Yeah, imagine they did the past next week, no Willulu casting. Yeah. Did Miguel and Goku play as Rex? The Rex should still be fine if they played as Rex. Alright, so I messaged through... Oh, they didn't play as Rex. I'd say reschedule for tomorrow. So I think, because Miguel and Goku probably aren't live streaming. Yeah, and then we can get the Rex. The Rex, yes. Recordings. Yeah, if this happened mid-Red Bull, oh my gosh. That would be last year all over again when Ornlu had 7K viewers. So I think what happens is the players just play and then we have to cast. Yeah. So let me just restart AoE 2 and I'll see if I'll try one more time to spectate a custom game. Is when you sort games by in the spectator browser, you can sort them by custom content. I'll try one more time to sort by custom content. And if I can't get that working, then I think we just cast their POV. And there's another set after this. There's Goku versus Miguel. We're going to see if they can play early, and then we'll have Rex to cast for that. So we can cast that when this set's over and cast from the Rex. But I will try once again to spectate Rage Forest. Or, yeah. Yeah, failed to download match content. Yeah, so let me just see what Nago's typing. Yeah, no lobby spectator with custom apps is working at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to cast their point of view for this stream. So apologies for that, but DE seems to be broken now. I've messaged 3 people about this, and we'll see if I get any response. So we'll just open up Viper's point of view. We can at least see the maps. And as I said, the next set, Miguel versus Goku, we're working on getting them to start playing now, so we can cast the recorded games and at least be able to cast that properly. So it seems like some type of server outage that would have happened probably after the first game had started. So unfortunate for that, but that's what happens when you cast AoE 2. You learn to deal with these things. So Viper luring in a Javelina. And oh, he's fighting Gaia. He's fighting Gaia. There are tons of Jaguars at the top of the hill, and then at the very top there are some Black Panthers. I tried to make the hill look pretty. So we can get some good TY DEs in the chat. Can I cast without capture age? Nope, I can't cast without capture age either. It's just simply the game does not download the file. Oh, look at that. Viper has a mod so that the whales look like gold. The NHK mod's coming in clutch. Oh, that is amazing. That is a beautiful golden border on the whale. That is amazing. Yeah, so they're in the right corner of this map. It is a bit random, but there are whales out there. The first version of the map, I had significantly more whales, but then when Orlu and I played it, we were like, you know what, there are too many whales here. So I cut them down and moved them only to the corner. Trying to make it just a little bit less important to win the water, so put some more emphasis on the land. And Viper walling up against Andy, who's trying to go archers. Viper's up to the castle age. This is where we get the Viper experience of not knowing whether Andy's up to the castle age or not. And amidst to cutting down whales, I placed the beached whales on the map. And double barracks for Viper. As he is the Wu, he will be looking to go Jin Swordsman then. And Dravidians for Andy, so he could be going Long Swordsman against that. The Dravidian should have a pretty good start on this map, being able to do the dock and have it count as a house right away. The Wu, of course, get a bit of food from the dock. They're the typical hybrid civs we'll see over and over. What do the whales do? They are a source of gold. Whales have 1,000 gold on them. And Viper, trying for the gate, gets it. Trying for the house. Oh, he's walling, trying to keep the archers trapped. His men-at-arms is doing some work. And he's up in his Jin Swordsman time. Does Viper click the hotkey for Jin Swordsman? Does he not have a hotkey for them? Oh, he clicks the button. I just saw him click the button. I know there are some units I don't have a hotkey for these days. They've added so many. So it does feel like Andy has won the water now. But how much gold he'll have, that's a good question. Maybe it should be only one whale. This is why we have the show matches, so we can get some feedback about the resource balance and see what tweaks I need to make. And Viper going for the tower behind Andy's wood line. Trying to catch up. He is pretty down in score, but at least he's up to castle first, so if he gets his TCs going, he can do that first. If he transports to the islands, he can mine stone. But he does have to go all the way to the top for stone, and he's choosing to go for a tower and for a castle. Now, one of the suggestions that Lewis had, which I thought was a great suggestion, but I couldn't quite get it working in time, was to connect all the islands by shallows. And then you could walk from one island to another. Couldn't get that done in time for this map, but I think for a future map, that's a great idea. Is there a reason I am not spectating? Because DE is broken right now and not letting me spectate. That is why. So we're doing the best we can. DE being broken is the default state of DE. One day. I miss. I honestly miss the days of Willow Kingdoms in the user patch when we could play the games and I'd trust that it would work. It's been years since I've had confidence. I miss that feeling of the confidence that stuff would work. Yeah, castle in the middle of the map with no army and 5 hills with no walls. Well, he can see that Andy is investing so heavily into water that he's trusting Andy doesn't have as much focus on the land right now. So fire from Viper is still trying to hold on the water, keep that TC working. You know, what I think he really needs is somehow to escape a transport ship to land, as it looks like he is winning on land. He has army there that Andy doesn't. And wall. Ooh, he can't wall the monk in. He wanted to wall the monk in. Viper cannot get the gate, but he can do even better and wall the longswords in. He can trap Andy's longswords, and now he can convert them. Andy trying to go crossbows. Viper has some archers out. The fire archers. And those longswords will stay trapped for the moment. Andy's still pushing with crossbows, but Jin swordsmen should be able to deal with that. And we'll see how effective the fire archers are against the buildings, because Viper does have the middle of the map, and he's attacking fish right now. Viper getting medium warships and attacking the fishing ships of Andy. He needs to be careful with his vills, though, if the crossbows get around. He needs to get some Jin swordsmen out to deal with them. He has a monk, at least. He'll be pushing Andy on the land, going for the gold. Fire Archer, you not a fan of the fire archers? Let's see. Oop, I'm getting some replies to my DMs. Let me check them on my phone so I don't accidentally show them. When did the start one was... Oof, all right. So I got a reply from Nilly, everyone. Nilly is on the case. Nilly is on the case. If you have a Nilly emote, spam the Nilly emote in the chat right now. You're saved. Maybe. So Viper, he's transporting villagers. And he's going for the TC, getting a nice push on Andy's TC. Andy losing some archers there. I nearly asked when it started. I gave him the report. First game was at 14 GMT. We spectated that. Haven't been able to spectate since. And all of the Viper, he's running vills on the transport, trying to get away, trying to run. The Hulks are chasing. The Hulks can't attack fast enough. They can't attack far enough. As Viper's getting to land. Andy getting pushed off of land. And at least Andy still has gold on the water if he needs gold. He has the whales, so he's not completely out of gold. And Viper doing what he can to hang on to that TC. Yeah, the beached whale. I know some maps have food on the beached whales. We don't have anything on the beached whales. And Nilly says, I will investigate. I will react with a heart. And Andy, Andy desperately trying to repair. I don't think he'll be able to keep that TC up. Something tells me he can't. Viper is blue. I mean, Blue the player. He sent a screenshot saying he liked the beached whale. Viper is blue. It's Andy getting. Did I misspeak? Viper is pushing Andy on the land. That's what's happening. Andy still has gold on the water. I messaging Nilly at the same time as casting someone's point of view. Viper is not blue. Viper is not from Taiwan. Alright, Nilly is investigating. Viper wins the game. Andy calls the GG as Andy gets pushed off of the land. But maybe what we'll do, I might just go cast the Rex after this set. All right, Viper, white overlay. Don't flash bang the stream like that. All right. So I think we'll just have to keep watching Viper's point of view, but he does go up 2-1. And again, apologies for not having the game working, but Nilly is on the case. Nilly will investigate. And hopefully we'll get it fixed. And if not, the next set we'll cast as Rex, which will hopefully work. So Andy did lose that map. And we will have Civ's Dravidians losing to the Wu. And Andy can pick the next map for us. Let me just double check Discord. Am I the Viper? No. MVL is the Viper. MVL is the Viper. Maybe we're all the Viper on the inside. Alright. Okay, Goku Miguel not able to start early, but hopefully they start soon and then we'll have Rex. Let's put a post in the caster chat that this is happening. Everybody says he's not home. All right. So Valle de Selva will be our next map. Oh, on the big island. Alright, thanks to Andy for messaging me about the map. So they'll play the next game, and I will attempt to spectate it, and if it doesn't work, we'll just cast Viper's point of view again. So let me just check if they are there. It looks like they are in, and yep, indeed, I cannot cast it. So we'll once more unto the Viper point of view. And I think I saw Danny casting from Andy's point of view earlier, if you want to see another point of view. And then, of course, you can always go just watch their streams. So this map will have rock terrain up and down the middle of the map. You have a forest behind you, and you're fairly close. Georgian's from Viper, so he has the mule cart in the middle of the map to take the deer. Oh, look at those flags. This is beautiful. Viper's webcam's in a different position now. What is this? He needs to change his scene? He doesn't have his chat? In the back, you also have a couple of tapirs. Those are a reskin of boars. They have 340 food just like a boar. And then the map is basically split into two halves by the rock terrain. There are a bunch of capybaras on each side with gold that you can go over and take. Golden stone and relics to each side. So your wood's all behind you, and your wood is fairly safe, but it can be tricky to farm and to wall on the map because of the rock terrain splitting it in two halves. So I played a game with Ornlu, and our discussion afterwards was we felt the wood lines. Originally, I'd put the wood line on that elevation 1 hill that you see where the boar is right now, and I cut those back and pushed the wood lines to the elevation 2 hill behind it. There are a couple of small wood lines on the first level, but now the main wood is a bit farther back. So it becomes a bit more space in the back for farming, but also the hill comes into play now. Oh, there we go, Viper changing his scene. Changing his scene. And luring in the tapir. Let's see how that lure goes. It looks like the animal's run animation is a bit slow for how fast it's moving. I guess it's hard maybe to get that all synced up. Yeah, Tyde indeed. I've had a wonderful day today. First, the electrician who was supposed to be here had an emergency, wasn't able to show up, and they didn't tell me until like an hour later. Now DE's broken. But we make do, we make do. Oh, and thank you, Danny, for the raid. You are apparently dealing with the DE bug like I am. Hello, Paneri. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, and thank you, Sausage, for the sub.
And what have the Mongols sent me? No doubt a bribe begging me not to destroy them.
Ooh, thank you. Is that what the sub is? A bribe from Atomic begging me not to destroy him? I think that's what DE should do. Sub begging me not to rage at the servers being down. Best sub notification. I'm glad you enjoy it. I enjoyed those. I'm doing well, Paneri. How are you doing? I guess you must be doing some things. I heard there's a Being Esports announcement today. You probably have a day ahead of you. Spoilers. Spoilers. There's no spoiler, just the fact that there's an announcement has been announced. Soon, yes. Oh, Viper, look at that. He's trying to quick wall, but he's on rock terrain. Trying to quick wall on the rock terrain. So Andy, oh, what is that? Is he going to kill Viper's Ville? He gets the kill. He gets the kill. Nicely done from Andy. Didn't hear anything about Being yet? You gotta follow everyone on Twitter then, Exercept. a big announcement. Ooh. Hera was hyping the announcement up. A Vitality plus Being announcement. Oh, Viper dodging the TC. He's the Viper, dodging the TC fire to get the kill. So Viper housed now. He is housed. He's running off of his papaya trees. Those are the reskinned berries. Skirm's attacking him. Is that... What even Civ is Andy? Is he a Champy Civ? Looks like it. Actually, you have to uninstall Twitter. That is probably the healthiest idea. Are we gonna get Nations Cup? Paradox will probably do that soon. Oh, I have a hype. Oh, is that Viper's hype train? That's probably Viper's hype train. Or is that my hype train? I thought I turned those off. I don't even know what that is. And Shinoxia, thank you for the follow. Wait, is this? I can click on this, so I guess this is my alert and not Viper's alert. But I'm also a Viper mod, so this might be a Viper alert. I'm guessing that's Viper's hype train. Viper is busy saying, "You're not the Viper, I'm the Viper." That's the new banger from Hardy. It's his announcement. Okay, there we go. Yeah, hype trainception. Commentary over Viper footage is confusing your brain. Oh, that's the best we can do with the servers being down. It's the best we can do. We can do a watch along. It shows you someone's banned in your channel. Did you ban? Every so often I see that someone's banned in Danny's channel, and I gotta wonder, like, did they do something, or was this just a joke? I'm like, wait a minute, what did Mr. Fluffy Bunny do? Turnip is not banned. You got banned for complimenting her hair. You can always compliment my hair. And just so you know, that is Viper's webcam. And since we're talking about hair. I see, replying to Nilly. Apparently Geology Wade is running a custom map and spectating it. Is that live? The Rex that may or may not contain Rex. Does anyone know, can you check over Geology Wade stream and let me know if that's live or Rex? This is the voice in Viper's head. This is the voice telling Viper how all the math adds up during AoE 2. Viper catching friendly fire here. Viper getting mangonel shotted here. Nice hair twice. Thank you, Paneria. Thank you, Exocept. When are the tickets going to be available? That is a good question. I'm not actually sure. It's not until July, so probably not for a while. But the last I heard, they were still getting stuff sorted out with the venues and might have been changing the venue for some of the days, so I'm not entirely sure. This is how Viper gets his map hacks all along. I just whisper in his ear. And the maps get hacked. And he's saying there have been no changes on their end. Let me see if I can reply to this message. You're definitely going to be there? Nice, nice. I'm hoping that one day we'll have a USA LAN that I can attend without a day's worth of travel to get there and back. Maybe one day. The Hidden Cup meetup was nice, but that's also not like a LAN event. Imagine how Atomic can imagine. Let's see, Nilly's saying there were no changes on their end. There are also no changes on our end. I wonder if anyone can actually spectate any custom game now. This is where we have chat help on the investigation. Chat can all hop on DE and try to spectate every random custom game they see. Give me some bug reports that I can throw at Nilly. So Viper with the fortified church now. Is Skirm pass-through damage the imp tech for Andy's Civ? That's not a Georgian tech. I'm not sure which tech it is actually. I'm not familiar enough with the Civ to know the answer from Mapuche. That's a good question. I can try to look that up. Look up AoE2 tech tree. You look it up? Okay. You lost against Bolo Riders yesterday in a 2v1 situation. Your teammate had step lances and you had crossbow. Didn't matter. Sick unit. Okay. Well, that's what... That's I presume the unit Andy has there. I can't click on it myself to confirm the name. I'm still, as I said, I've been doing so much map scripting. I'm not familiar with all the new features of the units. It's the Castle Age unique tech. Okay, Math Boy. Someone with the name Math Boy has to be very trustful that they'll get the text correct. So thank you. And yeah, Viper doing the church and then the TC. Interesting, he does the church before the TC. But I guess the church gets constructed faster, so if he needs to garrison the vills, it gives him a spot to garrison. Andy going for the mangonel pushes. I anticipate lots of mangonel pushes on this map because the players are so close to each other. And it'll be tricky to not mangonel your own skirms, but also to balance the mangonel push with also expanding. That's always the trick on Arena. If you're mangonel pushed, but you sneak out the side of your base and they don't notice that you sneak out, you can get a huge boom in the middle of the map and avoid all the pressure the Monk Rush applies. But here, that's kind of, I think, going to be the meta. Ooh, Andy dodges the mangonel shot. An American Civ with horses? Yes, actually, yes. I don't know the history behind the unit. That would be interesting to figure out. But yes, an American Civ with horses. Rock Terrain also makes it guaranteed that you can run with knights and snipe siege reveals. Yep, that too. Although it might not always be a straight path in and out of the TC. I could always, like, make it less curvy. Oh, Viper. Viper saying, I'm the Viper with those quick walls. Loses his mangonels while going for a quick wall. And he's going to try to convert those vills. And he might have to delete. Oh, yeah, he goes for the delete. There he goes, Viper saying, I'm the Viper. Compared Bolas with Kipchaks. Good for pros, bad for plebs. Okay. And bad if you're MF trying to fight them, apparently. In the campaign, they steal their horses from the Spanish after one commander takes it and raises a Mapuche after slaughtering his tribe. Oh boy, that is horrible. I need to go play the campaigns. Maybe that'll help me learn the units. If I do it live, I might just do it for YouTube. I've been thinking about doing that. So the concept of this map is somewhat that you have a safe wood line at the back, but the rest of your base is exposed and open. That it's somewhat easy to wall, but hard to maintain the defense. And Viper's trying to leak out to the side, as I talked about earlier for that TC. But now those Bolas riders will find him in the back. And oh, Viper gets a conversion though. What is that insta? Viper with the insta with 2 instas. And gets a mangonel from Andy. You can get one more shot off, that'd be great. And will he? He will. Doesn't get the kill, though. You would have seen the mangonel die in the Fog of War had he gotten the kill. He played it on Legendary. I've heard that Legendary can be a slog. And Viper going for another conversion. And Garrison's the Monk after the conversion. Nicely timed, nicely timed. Oh, well, the Monk defense from Viper. Look at the conversions. All of Andy's mangonels are now saying, I'm the Viper's mangonel. Those mangonels are saying, I'm the Viper. You like the campaigns on hard. Okay. I'll probably do them on Legendary, but I don't know if that's a good idea. And Mapuche feel pretty balanced. Yeah, nice no workshop mangonel push. Azad Blue Turnip is banned in Daniela's chat. Look at that. What did you do to get banned? I think that was you were probably banned at some point and unbanned, and I need to clear you from the sus list, because we share a bans list. Yeah, I haven't done the 3 Kingdoms. Okay, are those vills from Andy going for a castle? Those look like castle vills to me. Yes, they are. There they go. Viper has a castle on his face now. He's taken the score lead with all of his mangonel conversions. Those mangonel conversions have been clutch. Can the mangonels stop the castle? Viper with another mangonel from behind. A couple of melee units getting converted. Andy YOLOing the Vils towards the Mangonels, but Viper has a Mangonel on the other side. What is this attack round going to be? He gets the Vils. He gets the Vils with the attack round. Andy running away from the castle. Another attack round on Andy's Vils. Andy has a Mangonel at the front. That goes down. Andy losing more Vils to another attack round. Does he get the castle, though? Does he get the castle? Oh, more Vils going down. Andy losing everything. Is this Andy? Did Doubt sub in for him? He's trying to get one more Mangonel at the front. Andy losing more Vils. He's sending more Vils. Viper loses the Mangonel. And without that Mangonel, Andy should get the castle up. Viper's selling everything. He wants to go Imp. Can't quite get there. Does he have a TC that's safe to go Imp from? I don't think he does. He has the University and the Blacksmith, so he has the buildings. He right now isn't able to secure gold, though. Yeah, and Andy lost a lot to the Mangonels that got converted, but he's kind of stabilized with that castle now. And Viper, look at those resources. He wants Imp, but he can't afford it. He can't get it. And he's reaching the edge of the map, where he is reaching the rock terrain, and he's going to need to start moving out to the side to grab more wood. Moving out to the side. And some Vils will head to the back wood line. And some more houses for Viper, trying to do a quick wall. Is capture age bugged? DE is bugged. Or that's the hypothesis right now, because we get failed to download match content whenever we try to spectate the match. So hopefully we'll have the next set played as Rex, so we'll actually be able to spectate it properly. But we just, unfortunately, cannot spectate. So we're watching, we're saying, I'm the Viper, and watching his point of view. And Viper going for a castle. He is up to Imp, so he does have Imp. What will Imp give him, though? You need the sides for gold, but you also need the back of the map for wood. There's a good amount of wood in the middle, though, so maybe you could survive with lumber camps in the middle. Trying to decide what kind of broccoli to plant this year. Do you have any recommendations? Honestly, I'm not a broccoli farmer, so I don't know if I could help you with that. There's a streamer by the name of T90 Official, though. He might be able to help you. He might be able to help you out. He's an expert farmer. He knows exactly where to place all of the crops. How long have I been playing RTSs? I've been playing the game on and off since release, but I've really been doing multiplayer stuff since around 2012. Lewis is a broccoli expert. And Viper canceled Imp. You see the 11s in his chat. That's because he canceled Imp. How many years? Yeah, 2012. Wishing you the best stream ever. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so right here, of course, if you're just joining us, we attempted to spectate the game ourselves, but we were unable to get the file transferred properly, so we're just watching Viper's point of view, and hopefully we'll be able to spectate the game properly in the future. Is his highest win rate still with the Khmer? I don't know. For a while, my highest win rate was actually, I had a 100% win rate with the Indians. But then they replaced them with the Dynasties of India DLC. So that is no longer the case. Affecting custom maps. We were able to spectate the first game today, but subsequently hasn't been working. What's my elo? Can I take down T90? I'm like 1900. So T90 is definitely a better player. I have beaten him in the past, but we've all had our ups and downs in Elo over the years. He's definitely better at this point. So Viper losing his fortified church to some raids. He's still trying to quick wall the Vill. Those Vills are dead, Viper. Oh my gosh, he's doing everything he can to quick wall. He wants to repair, but not enough repairs. My Viper can't stop quick walling, and there's the GG. Yeah, I will forever have a 100% win rate with the Indians. Let's see. Let's hear what Viper has to say after that. Big words for someone who's muted. Oh, you can't hear? Okay, you can't hear anyway. Oh, I need to add the audio source. Okay, never mind. We won't listen to Viper talk. What did he say? He said she should have gone Treb Monk. Anyway, we'll try once more to spectate the final game, but I fear that the attempt will be futile. Will be futile. Let me just try restarting my game one more time. Get ads out of the way. And so Viper lost the home map too, and we will have an islands map finally. An islands map for our final game. That's a loss, or a win with the Mapuche for Andy, and a loss for Viper with the Georgians, and I imagine it'll be Dravidians Vikings for the final game. Not enough monks is a good take. Yes. A futile attempt. I said, can the attempt be castle? The attempt will be Imperial. The attempt will be Imperial. This is like this will be our 4th attempt to watch a game that'll probably fail. So I think that means Imperial. And not canceling Imp also might have helped Viper. Not Metric, no, we use feet and inches here. Good old feet and inches. Oh man, Viper needs to update his scoreboard controller so it's not a bright white screen. Viper's now rewatching how he canceled Imp. I think he was trying to cancel Vills and canceled Imp. As far as I'm aware, the universe is not fixed yet, but we will attempt to see if it's fixed. Let me see if I can spectate a Rage Forest now. Oh, there are no UGC games going on that I can see right now, so I don't know if it's fixed or not. What is that? That's a Twitch ambassador. If you see MZ around, she has one of those too. Like special Twitch people. So let that be a lesson to everyone. If you try to claim that you are the Viper, you gotta be careful, because you might just end up canceling Imp. Okay, so they got one more game, and hopefully the next set can be done as Rex. And be spectated properly. Is there a hotkey to cancel the current building's queue? I don't know. So there are two ways you'd cancel Imp, and usually it's if you're attempting to... Oh, Viper's unable to join the game? Interesting. Okay, he's joined. It's if you're like canceling Vills at the TC, and you accidentally click it at the TC, or you're canceling Vills at the top left of the screen via control click, and a technology finishes getting researched in the items move, and you end up accidentally control clicking Imp instead of a Vill. I don't know if there's a hotkey to cancel from the buildings. Or you delete the TC accidentally, that happens too. That happens too. So let's see. Will we have to be the Viper again? Or will we... Nope, failed to download match content. We do indeed have to be the Viper one more time. Hello, Baron. Welcome to the Viper stream. I'll see if he cancels Imp again. So this, we wanted a pure water map. This is the one pure water map we have. It is very much like Islands. It's like Islands, and we'll see the new water meta. We didn't want to have a very closed map like Baltic, because 1, we already have the Amazon River map, and 2, we figured the small ponds like you'd see on Kawasan or Cross these days are a bit more boring than they were. Instead of fire ships and demos, we get basically pure hulks in them. And from what we've seen, I do think that the more open water maps at least provide more interesting opportunities for the 3 ships all to be used. I thought MBL was the Viper. Oh, are we the Viper today? We're all the Viper. We're all the Viper on the inside. This music slaps. Oh, should I leave the music on? I can leave the music on during the game. We don't have game sound, so I might as well leave that on. Right, let me just make sure I remove the display capture from my other scene. Yep, we're good. All right. Is it AOM? Yeah, AOM, AoE 1, and... I actually can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? Hold on. Can I hear it now? Monitor and output. Okay, I can hear it now, yes. This is so AoE 1, AoE 2, and AOM. This is AoE 2 right now. Volume. Prostagma. Yow. All those AOM sounds. Oh, Arbase is here. Arbase, welcome to the Viper stream. We're the Viper now. I hear of a fun new bug. Yeah, we can't spectate games, apparently. This didn't work, Rage Forest didn't work. Some random custom scenario I saw people playing didn't work. The first game we spectated today worked, but the rest of them have not. So we are failing to download match content. Even from Rex, we're gonna see Rex now. Rex, I think, will work. I can spectate normal ranked games or maps that don't have custom content. And I think I saw people playing Rex. Oh yeah, Arbase, can you check the status of Geology Wade's stream for a moment and see, is he casting TCC from Rex? Or is it live? I saw he had the word Rex in his title. Well, I don't know if it's live or not. He isn't online? Can you check his VOD then? I messaged Nilly about it, and his response was that they didn't have any change on their end, and he said that Geology Wade was streaming. But then I saw that he had Rex in the title. So I don't know what's going on. Just walking to your car. Make Lorhe do it. Lorhe, check for us. So, whales on this map. Lots of whales, lots of gold in the middle. I don't know how to balance the whales. I've not actually seen players play games with whales, so these few games today are, and on Lensari Mariensis yesterday were the first ones. And a Viper brother. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. And fishing lines immediately for Viper. All right, make the fishing ships more efficient. 100% geology Wade. Practicing for Rex, yes. Yeah, I've been practicing pronunciations. I'm not good with all of them. And the hardest one for me is going to be, like, the ending. I know people have tried to tell me the ending of Dogal's name has, like, a very subtle pronunciation to it that I just cannot hear myself. The same thing for Setao as a map, and that I'm going to struggle there. I know I'm going to struggle there. Alright. Okay, I'll just tell Nilly that seems like that was Rex. That's why they bring in T90 to get the pronunciations right. And Sao Paulo as well. It's the A with the tilde and the O. Okay. Do I say Sao Paulo correctly? Or is there a subtlety there too? Maybe I'm not saying that correctly. I need a Portuguese coach. So there are 3 islands in the middle of the map. This is kind of a combination of islands and Pacific Islands, where there are little mangrove forests on the side. So I felt in case the wood didn't have in case the map didn't have enough wood for the players on their islands. San O. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to hear that. So in case the players didn't have enough wood on their islands, there are mangrove shallows out on the sides. And you can kind of Pacific Islands like transport and take that. Probably more of a late game feature though. I don't think you're gonna see that until you start running out. It's a pretty tricky nasal sound for foreigners, but yours sounded good enough. Okay. How close is Brazilian Portuguese to, I guess, Portugal Portuguese? Like if I ask Masmora, tell me about these pronunciations. And then at least have like a very fluent English speaker also help me. Will he give me the right pronunciations, or will there be differences there? Because I know at the very least, like if I can pick up differences between American and UK English very easily. Things sound quite different. Brazilian Portuguese is easier. Okay, interesting. So Viper going pure galleys, and maybe that's going to be the meta on water maps, pure galleys, when they're this far apart. He is doing that against the Vikings, though. It is Dravidian's Vikings. I wonder how well longboats do against galleys in this current patch. Because yesterday on the Amazon River map, longboats didn't really hold up in Imp to galleons, but then again, they were just Castle Age longboats and not Elite. And that was a situation where Kingstone had already lost a lot of map presence and lost in the eco. Some regions of Brazil are very close, others are very different. Okay, yeah, it's large enough. Makes sense there are regional differences within Brazil. As someone who speaks Brazilian Portuguese as a second language, I struggle to understand European Portuguese. They can understand well, but have different accents, like people from Spain and Chile. Accent is quite different. Some words have complete opposite meaning, but people from both countries can totally communicate without major issues. It's like a Latin American Spanish versus Spain Spanish. Yeah, I remember as Andy gets medium warships and Viper's still on his way up to the Castle Age. I remember whenever I helped Zero Empires with stuff in the past, I would very easily pick out the very subtle differences in our writing based on country. the whilst and amongst he'd put instead of while and among. And even when I do the map scripts, Trezini's map scripts, he puts the U in color. Do the neutral islands have different terrain so T90 doesn't confuse them with the main islands? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Crazy accents like people from Jersey and New York. We do have a crazy accent here. People seem to be able to understand me pretty well, though. But yeah, the middle islands are a very sandy beach terrain. The main islands are very grassy. So you can very easily tell them apart. But there are 3 neutral islands. You could do 3 ranges each for a total of 9 ranges. Or you could do more variety. 3 barracks on one, 3 ranges on another, 3 stable on the third. And Viper, now that he's up, gets his own medium warships upgrade. He'll be attacking the fishing ships. He's trying to do upgrades at the university. You have a carefully trained mid-Atlantic accent, because he spent a lot of nights listening to news radio as a kid to train it. Yeah, but mid-Atlantic is an accent that feels very accent-less to me. Same thing that I've heard about Nevada, that you don't really have much of an accent from there. Jersey, New York, Boston, we definitely have distinct accents. So it feels like Andy's coming back on the water now that he's getting his longboats out. Longboat and fire seems like a pretty potent combo against the galleys. Longboats should deal, I think, very well with the hulks, and I'd imagine still do well with fires. So having that added in with fires in front feels like a difficult combo to stop. Yeah, Pacific Northwest doesn't have much of an accent either. Indeed. So Viper still doesn't have loom. No loom for him. And we'll see, is it possible to beat longboats on an open water map? Maybe the answer is just no. Viper tries to move his fishing ships to another dock. As the hulks will try to take down the fires. And he's still doing more war hulks. Now, is there one of the ships that does well against longboats? That I'm honestly not too sure of. I'd imagine the galley is the one you want against the longboat. And maybe the Hulk does well in isolation. So I think Twitch is going to play an ad. Apology, I'm out of snoozes for the ads. Hopefully it's not a long one. And Viper calls GG anyway. So, there we go. And Andy will do it. Andy will win 3-2. So congrats to Andy. And thanks to DE. Isn't it fires? Fires are usually horrible against longboats. And I guess the hulks would be too, because they're weak to arrows. I think it has to be galleys. That was at least how it worked in the old water balance, that longboats would counter fires, because the longboat shoots so many arrows that even though they don't do much damage individually, in total they get through the armor of the fire ship just by the numbers. So there is Andy, winning 3-2, saying, I'm the Viper today. Alright, so that is a win for the Vikings and a loss for the Dravidians. And next up, we'll have Goku versus Miguel. So thank you all for tuning in, both on Twitch and on YouTube. And I think we'll have probably a quick break before getting the next set up. Let me get my scoreboard set up. And let me just see if they started or not. I think the plan is probably we'll take a quick break and then cast that as Rex. Listen to some nice Age of Mythology music. I can collect the drafts too. No Goku so far, so they haven't started. Alright. Let's postpone. Alright, so it looks like the second set we're going to postpone. I'll just make an announcement in the caster channel. Yeah, it seems like one of the players isn't here anyway. Ooh, do we have... So, what's the plan for tomorrow? Let's see if we have a plan for tomorrow. Who ended up winning Viper? Andy? Andy won 3-2. He won 3-2. As an American who learned Brazilian Portuguese, the shock of some words Portuguese people use regularly to call people that would be considered offensive in Brazil cracks me up. Oh boy. The washing of Viper continues. The washed upness of Viper continues. So thank you all for watching. Watching a cast of Viper's point of view. Goku just arrived. I don't think they're gonna stream anyway. So we'll be looking into this. I'll be pushing Nilly to continue looking into it. Looks like he is. He gave me a thumbs up to my last message. So I think we're actually gonna just end the stream. Then we'll find someone to raid. So thank you all for watching on Twitch and on YouTube. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Don't know if Viper's gonna end the stream or not, but I think Hera has an announcement. So maybe we'll just send a raid to Hera. But I don't know if I can raid him on YouTube. He's streaming on YouTube. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the maps. I'm still very much open to feedback on the maps. And there's a comment I needed to approve on YouTube. I didn't see that. No BS. So thank you all for watching. And we'll end things here, and we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what the schedule's going to be tomorrow. It was going to be Viper versus Lewis at 14 GMT. We'll see what the status is of Dogao. Maybe he'll play. But I don't know. We have some bug fixing to do. And at least it is happening now and not during the actual qualifiers. So this is the good part of the show matches. We get the bugs out of the way too. Alright, let me see. Was Harris streaming on YouTube? Does he have raids enabled? He had an announcement to make. It looks like he's not live there, so I'll just end on YouTube, and I'll see